This is my video presentation and I'm going to talk about Favicon and Htaccess. In order to make it more understandable, I will talk about what these features are and why they are so important in web designing. Favicon. Favicon is a word originated from two other words, favorite plus icon. And as the name says, Favicon is a small icon that identifies the website or blog. It is displayed in the tab and home screen of web browsers, in Google mobile results, and in the bookmark section. Typically, the favicon is a company logo, the initial letters of the brand, or an image that indicates the business segment or website theme. You've probably come across a favicon when browsing different websites on the web. Favicons have gone through several changes and evolutions, therefore they have become quite relevant in building a website. They also help in the dissemination and engagement of the business brand. What's more, a favicon also gives your website a more professional look, further enhancing your digital presence. As people are used to his presence, they end up being surprised if it doesn't show up. And what types of formats it supports? Currently, the main supported file formats are ICO, PNG, and GIF. They are the most recommended in this case. But in addition, some also support JPG and CFG formats. Adding a favicon to your web page is very simple. First, you need to save the favicon in your folder. Then you just need to use the link tag in your HTML file, as shown in this example. As you see, it is referring to the folder it is found, Htaccess. On our servers, a hidden file is used for configuration such as PHP version of the site, enabled modules, redirections, which may or may not be contained within each directory or folder of your hosting plan. This file is called Htaccess. And like the favicon word, it is also an abbreviation of two words, hyperaccess. To understand better about what Htaccess, we can imagine it as an initial instruction manual of folders and directories of your hosting, where it is possible to allow or deny something and perform some operations. This way, changing the Htaccess file of the folder where your site is, you also change actions on your site contained in the same folder. What rules you can create? You can block specific IP addresses and at the same time only allow specific IP addresses to access your website. This feature is beneficial for allowing only specific IP addresses to access your website's secure pages, such as the admin panel. This way, a person that is not authorized will get an error if they try to access the page. And you also can create custom error pages. Naturally, the web server displays predefined error pages for errors. You can customize and create custom pages for specific errors, which is something very important and useful for your web page. Other thing you can do is enable basic HTTP authentication on your entire site or specific directories. Let's see how we use some syntaxes to create some rules. You can restrict specific users with specific IP addresses from accessing your website. For example, you can restrict everyone except yourself from opening the dashboard of your site. So even if a hacker knows your admin panel password, they will not be able to open the admin panel page. Another thing you can do is add MIME types. MIME types tell the server about how to treat a specific type of file. So For example, you can tell the server to treat .mp3 files as audio files. In other words, there are several rules you can create with htaccess. Well, that's my presentation, and I'm grateful for this opportunity. Thank you.